What if I told you that you'll discover your typographic superpower just by walking in Disney California Adventure? Today we'll identify every major font classification in under 10 minutes, and I'll show you just how easy it is. Learning typography can feel overwhelming at first. There are thousands of fonts out there, and when you're a new designer, it can feel like you need to know them all. The truth is that designers learn individual typefaces over time, but we sort them by classification, which helps us to group letter forms by similar structures, making it easier to choose the right font. Today, we're going on a font hunt, and as we find each one, I'll describe the style without saying the name. See if you can guess the classification before I reveal it. Take a look at this type. Every single character has exactly the same amount of space, whether it's a thin letter or a wide one. It takes up the same width on the line. In fact, if you look closely, letters like the capital I and the lowercase l or the number 1 often get little extra strokes just so that they take up more room. If a font looks like it could appear on a command line or come out of an old typewriter, it's most likely from this classification. This is monospaced. You know you're looking at a monospaced font when every letter holds the exact same amount of space, no overlapping, and no variation in the width. That is monospaced. Now let's look at a style that exists purely to grab your attention. These letter forms are loud and stylized. They're meant to grab your attention in one glance. This is not type that you would use for long reading. It's there to make a statement and to support the theme of the design. If the style feels more like artwork than traditional lettering, that is usually your clue for this font classification. This is decorative, or also known as display type. Decorative type is used for headlines and titles because it's meant to stand out in a design before you notice anything else. If you're enjoying this video, please take a moment to hit that like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our future videos. Thank you. Here's a style that looks like it was created by an actual person, not a machine. These letters look imperfect, but intentionally so. They tilt a little, the strokes vary in width. They look like they were made by somebody's hand. Some parts feel quick or organic. It has the look of chalk, marker, or a loose paintbrush. This style really makes a design feel personal and human, even when it was printed. This is handwritten type. If it looks like someone could have written it by hand 5 minutes ago, that's a clear giveaway for this font classification. It creates warmth and personality even when it was never actually handwritten. Here's a style that is built to feel connected. These letters are designed to flow into each other, creating the sense of one continuous line across the word. Even if there are some disconnected letters, the fluid design is the detail that sets it apart. If the word forms one overall connected shape, even with a few breaks, you're looking at this classification. This is script. When a word is designed to read as one flowing connected shape, you're looking at this classification. Here is a style with roots in some of the oldest written forms that we still use. These letter forms look older. The shapes are sharp, angular, and decorative. Even short words feel dramatic and historic. The strokes resemble hand lettering from early manuscripts and early printed books. If the font looks like it stepped right out of a storybook or a cathedral, that's a hint for this classification. This is blackletter. It brings history into the present, even when the message is simple. And here's a style that you've seen your entire life, even if you never knew its name. These letters have small finishing strokes at the ends called feet, giving the style a stable classic feel. Its roots go back to carved Roman lettering. When you see those small details at the ends of each letter, you know you're looking at this classification. This is serif. It remains one of the oldest typographic classifications in use, and its long history is exactly why it still shows up everywhere. This classification has weight, and you can see it in the structure of the letters. This font has feet that are thick and blocky, with a look that's strong and industrial. It comes from the 19th century posters that needed to be read from a distance, which is why the shapes are bold enough to stand out almost anywhere. If you see solid blocks at the bottom of each letter, you're seeing this classification. This is slab serif. It adds a strong, commanding presence to designs that need immediate visual impact, and it can also bring a sense of heritage when the theme calls for it. Now, let's look at a font that's cleaner, simpler, and made for clarity. You can see that all the decorations have been removed. No finishing strokes, just clean letterform shapes. This classification is designed to be read quickly and easily, especially in busy designs. If you're looking at a font that feels modern and easy to read, it's most likely in this classification. This is sans serif. Its strength comes from the clean, uncomplicated shapes that make the message easy to understand. And that is all 8. And when you get to know these classifications, working with type becomes a lot easier. It makes a lot more sense. You'll see the patterns, you will see the personalities, and you'll get to understand why designers pick some fonts over other fonts. And the more you get to notice them in the wild, the easier it'll become to add them into your own design work. Join me next time as we uncover how design shapes the stories we love, right here on Designed in the Wild. I'm not just a graphic designer and a high school teacher, I am also an author. I wrote a book called The Dragon Codex: Quest for the Relics of Design. This is a great story about 3 young dragons who have to learn graphic design to save the world from creative destruction. It's a book for young adults, and it's a story about family, it's a story about friendships, and a story about finding your place in the world. Pick up a copy today. I know you'll love it.